Here's the tail of the tape for the quarterfinals of the Back2Warcraft Weekly number 28. Grubby? Yes, Grubby versus Hipposaur. The starting map in this Orc against Human best of 3 will be Lost Temple. Here we go. Here's Grubby in the, what is this? 8 o'clock position? 8 o'clock position. In the close to 12, the 11:45 position. Here's Hippo. Carson missed the chance for a Terminator reference. True. Hippo goes for the Archmage, of course. We mentioned fast expansion being very much a possibility on Lost Temple. Almost too good of a possibility to pass up. I'd be very surprised to see Hippo not expand here. It looks like microphone's going out of dimensions, yeah. Green screens are not my favorite thing in the world. And Grubby goes for the Farseer Grunt opener. Grunts are, of course, better against breaking expansions early on. You also have Grunts earlier than you have Headhunters. But I do like to see Orcs mix in Headhunters after the single Grunt opener. Seems like Grubby not going to do that. He's going to go for his level 2. Hippo going to do the same. Again, this is definitely going to be an expansion from Hippo. Be very surprised to see no expansion.
A player's forces are under attack.
And both players are going to creep away. He did summon his first set, I think, a little bit too late, but it's actually works out perfectly for Grubby. Gonna get Gloves of Haste. Hippo going to get Circlet as well. Leaves the Manual of Health. Come on, Hippo. Come on.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Grubby, by the way, we were talking about the spawns earlier. Again, this is the second best spawn. I'm almost starting to wonder if this is forced, because this is the third time we've had these sorts of spawns. This is even. This is the most balanced spawn. And Hippo going to creep one more camp. Going to defend. Fountain is open for business now for both players, but of course, Grubby can easily deny healing from the fountain with a single wolf, whereas a water elemental is a much bigger commitment for Hippo. Please don't spoil the game just because you're watching in Grubby's stream as well. That is toxic. Okay, Wolf's going to harass some peasants, but Grubby has yet to make it over to the expansion yet. We see just the difference between Hippo and the human we saw earlier, J-Solarix, expanding. Hippo, tons of experience. 2 peasants go down, but as expected. And Hippo with a clean expo. Remember, this is a best of 3, though. No deny there on the peon.
A player's forces are under attack.
Creeps get woken up. But again, I said it's a huge commitment to use a water elemental to do that. Because 125 mana versus 75, you get only 1, whereas Grubby gets 2, and the cooldown is, I'm pretty sure, longer. Grubby starts creeping, but it seems like it's all just a bait to pressure this Archmage a little bit more, doesn't it? Torn Sheets is second for Grubby. And a Torn Totem. Is this Torn Totem Bestiary? Yeah, Torn Totem Bestiary. Which is standard against expansions. Maybe not too standard, but let's say it's not entirely uncommon against expansions. And both just posturing around the fountain currently. There shouldn't be a ton of kills for either player. One footman will go down, but denied to the
Players'
creeps.
forces are under attack.
Yeah, if you guys spoil the games, I'm just going to time you out, by the way. But I'll give you guys another warning. Because that is weird. Grubby going to be pressuring the footman a bit more. Front heal rate is enough to actually not really die to a footman, but 4 of them and an archmage is enough. But let's not forget, this entire time Hippo is mining on 2 bases and teching. TC comes in, actually goes for a stomp first. Now, a standard way to break the expansion is to creep level 3 TC, go Shockwave, and all in with Raider Walker. But another way you can play against the expansion, if you're Grubby, is to go Stomp on the Tauren Chieftain and just play very map control base. Not allow the Archmage to creep, take away all the big camps like we're seeing Grubby do right now, and then eventually counter-expand, but you'll end up with a massive hero level advantage if you do this correctly. This is how we'll see, for instance, Lyn play against fast expansions, but it's extremely, extremely difficult to do perfectly because, of course, exactly this. Pressure on the burrows. Burrow being repaired for Grubby. 2 walkers here should be enough to defend.
A player's forces are under attack.
Grubby gets Book of the Dead, not bad, and has potential now for a consumable, a second consumable. Greater mana, push from vulnerability, scroll the beast, things like those. Oh, the burrow! Barely gonna survive. But plenty of lumber being invested. Hippo, 1,300 gold going tier 3. Are we gonna have a Griffin game? Now, in the past, Griffins
A player's forces are
didn't
under
seem
attack.
completely unstoppable because you had a Blade Master with Orb. Nowadays, if the human can get up to a high supply of Griffins, Farseer is not ideal against Griffins. Book of the Dead and Greater Mana, though. Grubby could do some serious damage here. Ooh, so many low footmen! Oh my god, a triple kill with 1 Chain Lightning. That's value, but 4 towers doesn't seem doable. Book of the Dead might help it to be doable. The walkers aren't here, though. That's the magic damage against the towers. That's what Grubby needs to break these. Hippo with some beautiful repair so far. This is looking like Hippo's holding as he continues to pressure with the Archmage. A lot of peasants are falling, but Grubby out of mana until he uses that greater mana. This is why we see Shockwave as opposed to Stomp in these positions. But Stomp, of course, can be used for a couple of purposes. It can be used to stop the repair on the towers. Pushing healing forced. Griffin Aviaries are coming up for Hippo, as expected. Mountain King now here. Walkers will be safe. 1 more bolt and this one might go down. Nice surround from Grubby. Town Portal could be passed.
A player's forces are under attack.
But no, TC will get level 3. Grubby goes in to try to force that Town Portal. Hard to do much, though, against 4 towers. Okay, eventually this TP will be forced. Sooner rather than later, I would say. And Archmage is just dead. Weird choice for Hippo to TP to the expansion when he already had a scroll.
Players' forces are under attack. Town is
Mountain
under
King's
siege.
back, but no sooner is he out than he is possibly dead. Triple Griffin Aviary. Now, Grubby is almost at happy there. That was weird. Grubby is expanding. Footman scouts it, but Grubby's getting so much experience here. The only real question for Grubby is he going to be able to deal with Griffins? It doesn't matter how high your hero levels are. If you don't have the proper anti-air, you're not going to be able to counter the Griffins. But he's, of course, forcing Hippo onto pretty much nothing right now. No heroes, no units.
A town is under siege.
Probably with 4 walkers. Yeah, where's the counter for the Griffins? Where is it? Grubby, second bestiary now on the way. Okay. If he does get, say, obviously Bat Riders, but maybe a couple of Wind Riders and Headhunters can be good enough. It's a little bit ragtaggy. Like, it's not perfect. Oh, nice usage of the first couple of Griffins from Hippo. Very well done. But, yeah, if you just sort of mass... The way I put it is you just mass shit units. And that can sometimes be a good enough counter to Griffins, if you do have the hero level advantage. You just get Headhunters, you get a couple of Bats, you get a single Wind Rider, some Raiders, and you just try to just focus down one Griffin at a time. That's possible. And of course, Grubby should be ahead here, despite the economic disadvantage, because he's just got so much more experience. Cloak of Flames. Oh, Griffins! Gotta be careful. Double Bat Rise. Where are the armor upgrades, by the way? 0 armor upgrades, but +1 is almost finished. I believe that takes it from 2 Bat Riders to 3 if Animal War Training is done, which it is. Oh, Hippo has a town portal. 6 Griffins, though. Grubby purely going for heroes right now. Will be able to get that Mountain King. But he definitely can't fight this many Griffins yet. Oh, he's going to try to kill a lot of these peasants if he can. Which is nice. It's going to hurt the lumber. Paladin on the way. Stormhammer's on the way. Second armor upgrade. Actually, he's going +1 attack before second armor. I think that's a mistake from Hippo. 2 Bat Riders come in. The split! Oh, the beautiful split from Hippo. Very, very well done. So well done. That was gorgeous. That was beautiful.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Hippo, it wasn't pretty, but I think he's stabilizing now. Grubby still with a massive hero level advantage, though. Nice Ensnare Micro. Hippo with lag. Hippo has internet like me. Oh, the Bat Riders will land. 2 Griffins go down. That is exactly what Grubby needs. He needs to be trading 2 Bats per Griffin. Anything more than that, and it's super inefficient. No staff yet, by the way. Yeah, Grubby might just be making it work. Just purely through keeping these heroes low. 2-1-1, it just is not going to cut it. And Bat Riders being very efficient. Yeah, Grubby's making it work. Grubby's making it work. Super weird game, but this is what I mean. If you control the map properly, if you don't allow the human to creep a ton, eventually you can counter the Griffins, and you eventually have 2 stronger heroes. And it doesn't even matter if Grubby has a second base or not.
A player's forces are under
Second
attack.
armor now on the way. Footmen surrounded by peons. The peons will win. Oh, but they don't lock in this around. Probably now building a tower. Grubby finds more value here. Oh. 2 Griffins now. Yeah, Grubby just making sure to keep the Griffin numbers low. Hippo only got up to 6. That was as high as he got. There comes a point when, you know, if you get a second armor upgrade, you get a protection scroll, you have like 8 to 10 Griffins, there's really not much the Orc can do. But Grubby did a super good job this game of keeping the Griffin numbers low, continuously trading. And Hippo finally gets level 3 Archmage. 15 minutes into the game, everybody. Town portal back
Players' forces are under attack.
for Hippo, and Grubby just going to TP himself. Can he get one more Griffin? No, actually, this is a Bat Rider there. Expansion. Not up yet. Will one Footman defeat a guard tower? This Footman was on, like, no health, but, you know, the guard tower will eventually win. So still one base versus two. But Hippo running out of gold at both, actually. If Grubby can manage to get an expansion up, he's going to be left with economy. Hippo might have to think about calling militia over here soon. Those heroes, though, if Hippo can get 3 Mountain King, 3 Paladin, and get the Griffin numbers up, he's not out of it yet. Because Grubby's army is still not perfect for dealing with Griffins. 4 Bat Riders. One of those can be countered by a Stormbolt.
Forces are under attack.
The other ones can be countered by Staff and Holy Light, and he's got armor upgrades, so Grubby needs perfect usage of these bats to get full value. Level 3 Wolves, I think, could have been better, but hindsight, I suppose. Town portal back. I'd be being very patient. That's what I mean. 1 Stormbolt, 1 Bat Rider. 3 more, actually, only to kill 1 Griffin. Walker goes down. Raider goes down. Grubby gets another one thanks to Ensnare, but Hippo, all of a sudden, trading pretty efficiently. Torn Chieftain gets level 5, but he's got no mana. Oh, man. It seemed like Grubby, like, was fully in the driver's seat here, but that's what I mean. I mean, Hippo gets a little bit of space, a little bit of time, and now kills the Torn Chieftain, and Grubby might just be losing. I'm gonna have to tell these guys to not chat or ping soon, but I don't want to be toxic. Okay, no chat, please. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? Grubby in a super rough position. 64 against 33 now with the loss of that Walker. And Hippo gonna have 3/3 Griffins. I don't think Grubby has any way. I don't think he has any way. Maybe if he can get level 6, he could start hitting and running with Earthquake.
Players' forces are under attack.
But he just got nothing left. Hippo's got those heroes that I was talking about. He's gonna have 4/3/3 soon. And Griffin's creep so fast. Water Elemental scouts the Expo. But Grubby, there's no way to hold his expansion. And Grubby went for the content, but even though he played a pretty solid game, all things considered, Lost Temple is too strong at the end of the day. +3 armor on the way. Cloud even now finishing for Hippo. And he can get the consumables he needs. Protection Scroll. Gets the Town Portal. And Book of the Dead now on the side. Hippo. Grubby. Going into hitting and running. What he does best. But can he do enough? Hippo is gonna run out of gold first. Like I said, if Grubby can hold this expansion, he'll be the one left with economy.
Players' forces are under attack.
Jay, that's funny. And Cloud is online. Grubby needs something like 14 Bat Riders to be able to win this game right now. DC's back. Hero focus. Is there a possibility? He can kill this Archmage, maybe. That's the only play. He's got to go for the heroes. Level 6 on the Farseer. King Lightning. Level 3 Wolves. No Earthquake. I feel like Grubby could have gone Earthquake and tried to force a Town Portal with Earthquake into the main base. Even a single Rifleman. Chain Lightning has been pretty good. Oh. There's a mana pot. But there's no way out. Speed Scroll could be used, but the TC's going to die again. And GG will be called 1-0 for Hippo. Lost Temple works again for the human. And that'll be 1-0. Was a very good game, though. Lost Temple is just too good. It's just too good for human, I'm afraid. Maybe Shockwave would have been better. He could have broken that expansion a little bit better. I don't know. I don't know. Seemed like Grubby was just completely in the driver's seat there, but... All right. Now we will go on to Echowiles 2.0. Another potential fast expansion map, actually, in the hands of Hippo. Or from an MVP, yeah. Yeah, Griffins are very, very good in this meta because no Blade Master, or Blade Master is super good against Griffins. It actually allows you to win fights. You use the Bat Riders, initially cut the numbers of Griffins in half, and then you can just trade with Spirit Link Raiders and Shadowhunter, Blade Master. You can definitely make it work. We even saw Alchemists in the past. You dispel the Protection Scroll, Acid Bomb, Bat Riders. That's how you can win, but with Farseer, it becomes a lot more difficult to trade efficiently. Best of 3? Yeah, best of 3. Alright, Echowiles 2.0. Talking about the maps. AK, I'm a fan of Lost Temple. Apparently. Yeah. So 1-0 for Hippo. Going into Echowiles 2.0. Who is going to be facing probably Happy, right? Yeah, we'll be Happy up against the winner of this. Go. Grubby versus Hippo. Game number 2. Hippo with the human sandcastle icon. Hell yeah. Grubby confirmed you're right about TC going Shockwave. That tends to be the typical, like, if you're going for Stomp, you're going to be playing much more map control-y, and then you're going to be trying to counter expand eventually. But if you go Shockwave, you're trying to break the expansion and play one base. So it's two different styles. Stomp is totally viable. You just have to play a little bit differently if you're gonna go Stomp. Okay, Echowiles. We might be seeing a similar strategy again from Hippo. We'll see if Grubby makes some adjustments. Here we go. Upper left, here's Grubby. Upper right, here is Hippo. Will Grubby go for Farseer Headhunters again? He's going to go at least for a Grunt opener. Could do the single Grunt into Headhunter, though, which, in my opinion, is the best counter to an expansion. Yes, there's a 90-second delay. Grubby gonna send a peon to the mercenary camp to try to deny the priest. And there's the war mill. So yeah, single grunt and a headhunter. The downside of this build order, especially with this peon for Grubby, is that you need to cut a peon. You need to cut a lumber worker to have the supply to build both the grunt and the first headhunter before your second burrow is done. This means instead of having the standard 6 lumber peons, or instead of having the standard 7 lumber peons, you can only have 6. Which also, considering the fact Grubby's sending 1 across the map, that means he'll potentially only have 5 on lumber. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 currently. So his lumber is going to be very, very low, making his tier 2 late. But he could always cut the headhunter and go for those extra lumber peons. Yeah, he's going to be hurting for lumber, for sure. But he will have strength. He also has the supply open to buy this priest as well, thanks to the build order. Peon won't actually buy the priest. Footman getting bashed. This is actually perfectly done from Grubby. This is pretty sick. The creeps, of course, do not attack workers. They attack units before workers, and Grubby's now here. Grunt on the way across. Let me refresh this. And Hippo teching, by the way, no fast expansion this time around. Grubby's build order, though, was to counter a fast expansion. Make no bones about it. Did Grubby buy the priest? Yeah, he got the priest. So instead of the first headhunter, he instead gets the priest. Still 2 supply unit. Still costs some lumber. And Grubby did replace that extra peon. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, he actually only has 5 on lumber. Is he sending the... Yeah, he's sending the 6 back. So he does have 6. He didn't actually lose that peon. Still going to be short on wood, though. Keep an eye on the wood counter. For both players, in fact, as Grubby continues to harass. Hippo seems to be feeling the pressure a little bit, as he's got 6 on the gold mine, about to lose a few more peasants. And that's just the pressure this priest provides for you. And with no water elementals, it's very hard to trade. That piercing damage helps out a ton against the wolves. Oh, Footman gonna go down. Yeah, Grubby in an excellent position here. Still even has an abolish on the priest. He's saving that mana. Could use it soon, but maybe he wants to wait for the next water elemental. No, he's gonna have to use it now. That might be dead. Yeah, it is dead. That's level 2. Actually, he could have definitely abolished before he went down, but he wanted to try to save. A little bit too fancy, perhaps. Was Grubby there?
A player's forces are under attack.
Water elemental. No possibility of a deny there. Lumber peasant count for Hippo. 8, actually. So he didn't lose. He only lost 1 lumber peasant there, guys. That was very impressive from Hippo. And tier 2 is done. Blacksmith was a little bit late. Super impressive from Hippo, but he could still lose a bunch. There's a lot of low footmen, a lot of low peasants left over. But as soon as this Mountain King is out, Grubby has to go home. So if he wants to secure these kills, he's got to do so pretty much now. And Grubby's tier 2 is done. But again, the lumber. It's going to be 100 for the second hero. And then it's going to be close to 300 for the 2 tech buildings, Bestiary and Spirit Lodge. So Grubby probably going to have to cut the Bestiary initially. His Bestiary is going to be quite a bit late. Oh, no, actually can just afford both. Okay, nicely done. We'll see if he replaces that peon or not. What Grubby's not going to be able to afford, though, is brute strength for his grunts and troll regeneration for his headhunters, due to the lumber issues, but everything else he can get. Hey, Klabotter, thank you for the 10 euros. He says, smiley face, appreciate that. Thank you so much. Very generous of you. Mountain King is out. Hippo desperately waiting for the first priest, but once the first priest is out, you'll be surprised how quickly this Archmage will get back up to full HP. Torn Chieftain will start creeping. Ooh, Grubby actually gonna unlock Chain Lightning here. Oh my god. Waiting for the wolves. Thought he was running into the creeps here. I guess on EI 2.0, this creep camp is much easier to take. And Hippo, the standard choice on Echo Isles goes to the 12 o'clock. The Mountain King gives you the map control that you need to take a super valuable camp, and this is probably the most valuable camp on the entire map, with the possibility of a greater mana from the Soaker Magi. And the Orc pretty much has to give it up, and look at the Priest-Healing Archmage almost back up to full. Hippo gets Wand, but Grubby will start creeping his TC. Maybe just be professional and don't run ads in the middle of the game. They're done automatically by Twitch. Thank you for that, though. Okay, Hippo slowed down a little bit. The Torn Chieftain will be 3 before the Mountain King is, but Riflemen can creep a lot faster and, importantly, more efficiently. The Farseer caught out of position and will go down. No chance for a Town Portal there. W. Liber, thank you for the 22 months. And just Jay Solarix gifting a sub to Frush Tiger. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. He also gifts a sub to Rising Dawn. Thank you for the 2 gifties there. Appreciate you. Hippo is in a strong position now. Grubby is expanding soon, but Burrow first. There's the TC getting 3, but Hippo gonna get the Potion of Vulnerability and the Heal Scroll. I don't think there's any way that Grubby's gonna get this Expo up. He might have to give up the Expo and instead go for, like, this creep camp or something. That's a very standard play. You let the human cancel your expansion, and instead you trade it for a big creep camp. Jay with another 5. Thank you, man. Jay Solarix, 5 gifties. That's 7 in total. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Very kind, very kind. And yeah, here comes Hippo, level 3 in the Mountain King with all the consumables in the world. There's no way Grubby holds this. Like I said, he should not defend. He should just go... He's either got to try to force a Town Portal, or he's got to go for that 12 o'clock. Expo's canceled. Also, thank you to Shally1 for the 3 months. This is Carson Hart. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
The town is under siege.
And Hippo could be securing the 2-0, but it won't be right now. He's done what he wanted to, which was cancel that expansion. And Grubby just trying to buy time here. That stomp will be really good, actually, but the TC, no sooner than he gets one stomp off will he have to run away because of the Stormbolt and no Potion of Vulnerability. Grubby with a nice engagement, though. The piercing damage gets to the back. The Kodo gets an eat. Piercing damage dealing with the caster. Storm Chieftain has to be safe, though. This Kodo is dead, but that means the TC can get another stomp off. Oh, the bash! Oh, my goodness. And TC passes the Town Portal to him. Oh, but the Farseer is just dead. The Headhunters are all out of position! And 2 of them will be caught out. Oh, no. Grubby, the fan favorite, might be falling the Hippo here. I just don't think the maps were the greatest for him. He went for the content with Lost Temple. But he might be cutting our content in half here.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Hippo just can continue pressing forward, kills another Shaman. Grubby trying to hold on, but with no consumables. At least the Mountain King's out of mana. Oh, but one of mana stealing used. That's going to be another shaman. He'll be trying to hold on. If he can hold on, he still has a chance because Riflecaster does not scale once the TC gets up to level 4 and level 5. So if he can hold here, he might be able to still win this game, but it's going to be extremely difficult. There's almost another Stormbolt. That's going to be another dead unit, possibly even the Torn Chieftain. Farseer is finally back. Level 4 on the Archmage. That means level 2 Aura, if he didn't already have it. Still that Potion of Vulnerability on the Mountain King. Level 4 now on the MK. Bash level 2, not the hugest of upgrades, but... Stomp is nice. The Stomps have been good for Grubby, but he just doesn't have the units to do the follow-up damage. And this TC might just be dead here. Next Stomp can come in, but the next Stormbolt can follow up soon. Yeah, there it is. He's going to lock in this surround. Oh, Archmage, though, who's trapped here with 2. There's almost another Stomp. But GG, well played his call. Hippo gets the 2-0. Our hero, Grubby, is taken out. And Hippo will move on to the next round. Nice try to Grubby. Like I said, he went for the content. He went for the Lost Temple. Almost made it work, but Hippo is not going to let that one slip away from him. We'll move into the semifinals against Happy. NTNT.